Bill moved it
Yeah.
more south.
Oh.
Still shut the door.
Yeah, you may have to turn it. All right, let's see.
Just gotta go.
Oh,
That'll be okay when we're gone, probably.
It seems like it's.
all right, let's
I
go
don't know if
check.
I zoomed in more yesterday, or what?
There's a loose cable, must be. We're probably streaming right now. Let's see. Let's go to check Facebook and YouTube.
So where do you go?
Go to the out of this. We may not need to do this part.
Go to
Go home.
the 12 page.
Discard. Exit. All right. Are we live? We are live.
All right,
They
we're
can probably
live.
hear us
Cool.
right now.
We're testing, guys. So how's everybody doing?
That microphone.
So is it coming through this microphone?
Yes, this one right here.
Okay.
Let's go check YouTube just to make sure that one's good too.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, this
And
one you have
we're-
to hit, I believe, go live somewhere.
Now my little logo covers that up, though. So
we'll have to
well,
adjust
I want to
that.
make a different scene anyway. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Streaming
So
it
we
there.
must already be streaming.
Yeah,
there,
we're
just then
we're
stream.
live right now
Okay.
on the YouTube.
So
Hello, everybody. This is a test.
that should be pretty much it.
Interesting. So we're live on mine. We're
You
live
might even
on
be on Instagram.
YouTube. We're on
It
Instagram
says connected.
right now. And if we wanted to go to the stations, are these the
No,
stations?
You are the stations. It should be going to our stations through your accounts. So I guess you're an admin on the local 12 pages.
So if you go up here, go to Facebook again,
Mm-hmm.
and just go look for local 12 up here under the search
yeah.
Facebook.
Okay.
Yep. It's not live there.
Yeah, we're not
Oh.
there.
See, because the circle will be
Yeah.
red.
Yeah, we're not live there. So when we go
So-
live on my page, it doesn't automatically go to 12's page. So I think I would have to set up a new one and choose 12 through my
There-
page. Is how I'd have to do it.
There-
It
So
wasn't that way when we did the test this morning, was it?
so here, so if I do this,
It's because
let me do this. I got an idea. Guys, thanks for bearing with us. I'm here with Bill and Greg, our engineers, and we're trying to get on as okay. It already connected. Trying to get on as many platforms as possible here today. Oh, here. So here's the publishing channel. So I can click local 12.
that's what.
So here it is. Local 12 Facebook.
Mhm.
Okay, so create platform. So then we can go live on local 12 as well. So there it is.
Okay. Oh, it is linked. All right.
Yep.
So checkbox.
So
Hit the tick on the right.
Metadata.
No, the chiclet. Toggle it on.
oh yeah. So we're gonna go live there now.
It should.
It's
Yes.
a test. Okay, let's see. Hmm.
It takes just a second. You know that,
Now the thing is you,
Can you
Come
go
on.
live on? Oh, it's connected now. It
Okay.
says.
So now just, yeah.
refresh. There it is.
Yep, there we are.
All right. How about it?
All right, guys, we're live on
YouTube and
YouTube
Facebook.
and Facebook. Now we're only live on my YouTube account now.
Doesn't your YouTube account push to
Well,
local 12 account? That's what
that-
Mark was telling me.
I don't think I have that capability.
Yeah, let me look.
Yeah, I don't think I have that capability. Thanks for joining us, everybody, in the Weather Center. What time is it? 3:13. We're testing some new streaming technology here, trying to stream to multiple platforms right now. Something new that we're doing here. So we should be live. I'm assuming we're live on YouTube. live on Facebook, on my page, on the Local 12 page right now as well.
I think I know what it is.
And I'm curious about this one.
If you go
What's-
back to the
Is
Facebook
this somebody
page,
else's YouTube?
that is the one we used to test earlier.
So it's just a test account.
Well, yeah, Mark
Okay.
was logged into the Local 12 pages, and that's how we got it there. But if you go up to Facebook, can you get to the Local 12 Facebook page?
I'm there right now.
And,
That's us.
Yeah, we're live.
oh, so we are live.
Yeah, we're live on Local 12's Facebook. We're live on my Facebook.
But not YouTube.
We're not live on the Local 12 YouTube.
We're on John's right now, right?
Yeah.
How do we look?
Well, except for that little logo that's over my face. Although maybe that's better to have a logo over my face on YouTube. I wanted to adjust this anyway, because see, what I want to do is I want to do a double box.
Mhm.
So I want to shrink this down and have a camera and then a background, because I
Okay.
don't want to cover up anything on
Yeah.
the screen. And so what I want to do is put this over here, camera over here, and like a logo and time down here ultimately.
You've dealt
like
with
the
this.
picture.
You can do.
Yeah,
you can
like
do
the
what you
picture I
want.
showed you. Yeah.
I did copy those files.
So you do
to
have those
C-Temp.
files in there.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'll be
C-Temp.
able to get to those eventually.
We might
Okay.
have to call Mark and say, how come
Deal.
your account is not pushing to our...
Well, and I think, so he said that we should have received an email from them to link our YouTube accounts
Yes.
to, but I never received
Hey,
that
we're trying to
email.
do a test now. Can you check both platforms?
Is
So
that
I'm not
Mark?
sure.
Tell him his YouTube account's not linked to Local 12's
Hold on a
YouTube.
second. Bill's gonna tell you something.
Hey, Mark.
It's not on speaker.
Hey, it looks like John's YouTube account is not linked to the Local 12 account.
Did he not accept the invite?
He said he
I
didn't
never
get one.
received the invite, Mark.
He never received one.
I looked through my junk mail and everything. I never found anything.
That's problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're able to be live.
We're actually live right now.
Right.
Just you're hot on all of our platforms right now.
Yeah,
You're on
yeah.
speakerphone.
Everybody's getting a little bit of behind the scenes
It's
look
behind
here.
the scenes with our engineers and our director of digital.
Are you able to try and send it to him again, Mark, or whatever the process is?
I don't have access to that because that's corporate, so let me send Rachel a note and see if she can do it right now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Alright, yep.
Bye.
Are you happy?
Well, I think we're
It's-
working. We're moving in the
it's a
right
work in
direction. here.
progress.
Yeah, this is a work in progress. So here we are.
Yeah, you can set up all different kinds of things, however you layout you want.
Yeah. We are a work in progress right now. So it's interesting. Where does that text come from? Where it
You
says,
just put it in there.
I think when you created that stream,
okay. So that is
That's
taking,
down here, not that one,
oops,
this one.
yeah,
that is taking,
it's because it's
It's
Can't
it's
edit it.
live, you can't
it's
do it.
live, so you can't do it. So that's taking the description text and putting it as the post text. So, okay, so that's where we would copy and paste whatever we're going to be talking about for the day to give people a heads up. David Wallace chimed in and said the audio seems low. Is it coming from this?
yes.
It's not. Oh, it's plugged in. It's plugged into a different thing. Is that better, Dave? I moved the mic closer to my face.
You can
Okay.
bring the microphone up a little bit more, I think.
Yeah.
Go to OBS again.
Oh, yeah. We have the controls here.
Mm,
Well,
that's all the
actually,
way up.
that's all the way.
Go-
It's the
Let's go
mixer.
to system sound. So you right-click on the speaker icon down there on the bottom right. Sound settings.
Yeah.
Input. And we're at 77. Bring it all the way up.
Is that better, Dave? It'll take him a little while to respond. I'm sure.
Yeah, we
Hopefully, that's a little better.
might have to stop OBS and restart because it's complaining about
Oh, device is currently in use. Okay.
yeah,
May cause
changing may
application.
cause application issues.
Yeah. May cause application issues.
What's he say? Nice typing.
Yeah.
No. it's
Oh,
not.
Dave says yes.
It's better.
It's probably too good now. Is it
Yeah,
tens? I think he meant tons better.
tons.
Tens better. Tens better. All right. Cool. We just need to figure out the local 12 YouTube issue.
Something here, because we rebooted. So if we go to, not that, where's the camera bill?
That's
The video capture device.
which
Yeah.
we should rename to probably webcam.
Yeah. Eric, we are live on multiple platforms right now. It's a miracle. We're testing, doing some stuff.
Can they hear you? Can they hear me?
I think so.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me now?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Type in 7 there.
What's that? Oh. It's not letting me type.
Slider.
This should be at 7.
Oh, that's what I was looking at. Okay, because it was not zoomed. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. I didn't know there was a zoom control. Where is it's in the webcam properties?
The
Okay.
webcam properties and configure video.
Okay,
Is that
It's the
too
second
tight now?
tab.
we'll mess around with it. Something like that will probably be good. Now we're gonna change the way all this looks here.
Do you want that less tight? Is that okay?
Well,
We're gonna make a double box.
I think so. I'm gonna do like a double box thing.
Mark says, Cusack says the audio sounds awesome.
Okay, good.
And invite on the way, he said.
Okay, cool. Is it? Ask him. Hey, Mark, is it coming to my station email? Because obviously that's linked through my Gmail.
As soon as you hear the sound.
Yeah, I didn't. I searched for that name and I didn't find anything in my emails, even junk email for whatever reason. Okay, cool. We're
It's a start.
yeah, we've got this
Yes.
going here.
He said yes.
Okay, cool.
And then all you have to do is just hit stop streaming on.
Wrap it up on OBS. Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mark.
All right. I'm going to move that back a little. I think that'll be okay. All right, guys. Appreciate it. I'm going to continue this Facebook Live and this YouTube Live and this Instagram Live. I'm trying to get TikTok in too. Okay, she sent it. All right. I'm trying to get the TikTok in too. I'll be looking for that, Mark. Here it is. Accept invitation. Visit link.
Automatically just go.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work if we have to.
Probably have to
Okay,
stop and recreate
accept.
the
That was from
stream.
YouTube.
Okay.
He said,
Okay,
That's-
time.
that
I
was
just got.
YouTube, right?
I just got it. Yeah.
Let me go back to local 12.
Okay, it now says I'm a manager, so it's good.
Yeah, so you'll
Okay.
probably have to
All
create
right.
a stream and then tell it to post to the YouTube page.
Okay.
Or local 12
Um,
YouTube.
I wonder if we set up another platform, and then I get a choice. Well, actually, the last time I did it,
Mhm.
YouTube did not work automatically. I had to set up manually and copy the stream key, so it didn't work automatically. Let's just try it and see what happens. So I had to do this, set up with the server key.
Well, this is.
Oh, there it is. Now I got it.
Oh,
Now it's there. All right, now I
Yeah.
can do.
this is the right way to do it because that way you don't have to go to YouTube first. If
Yeah.
you log in this
Yeah,
way.
this is it. So
You
it
can-
didn't work though last night, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. So, select event, create new event, public, create platform. And so this should give us access to the local 12 YouTube page.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm going to do,
Got it on my phone.
okay, I'm going to
Checkbox it.
I'm gonna turn it on, but I want to get it linked or named properly. Okay, so I can't do anything with it now. So let's turn it on and see if we go to the YouTube page. It says it's linked.
It does.
So I don't know if I can go over to YouTube or not.
Open it up as a separate tab.
See if I could search.
Mark says you're live.
We are live. Okay. on the face?
Test.
Okay. There it is. Yeah, I see the. Okay, we are live.
Okay. So,
So let
that's
me
the
get to
easier
it.
way. If you can log in with your credentials instead of using the stream key,
Oh, cool.
it'll automatically go right to the page.
We're running commercials.
You can make that money.
Oh boy. So we're not live yet, but we will be. Yeah. No, I'm. You know,
Do these
trying to
stand
help
up
out.
afterwards, as in like a post?
I think they do. Yeah. I think that's the key.
You'll need to tilt that down a little bit on camera at least.
Well, get a new toy and plenty of
Yeah.
storms tonight.
So
to
they've
test
got.
it.
I like their little logo there.
Did
All
you
right.
put that there?
No, they
Oh,
did.
that's
That's
theirs.
automatically built in a watermark. A watermark that's built in there.
There are also
Interesting.
chroma controls if you want manual control over that.
Okay.
It's weird that it's different on the OBS than it was on.
Yeah. Looks a little different. Okay.
There's Mark just sent that to me.
I just got a message from our good friend Erica Kalor. She's like, "You're live."
Oh,
Yeah, we know we're live.
Thanks, Erica.
yeah. Stop all back.
I got a question for you.
Okay. No, Mark, we'll go. We're just going to start doing it right now. So we're just going to go for it.
Do you need to build your stuff for the show?
I'm just going to do a quick little
Okay.
update for everybody here. And we're going to go from there.
Okay. You good? Oh, the only other thing.
Yeah.
Call me when you're done.
Call you. Okay.
When you're finished.
Our chief engineer, Greg, says, call me when you're done. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. All right, let's get started with this update. Again, this is a test. We're just testing some new tech in order to go live simultaneously on multiple platforms here. And of course, Eric's over there. Of course, they waited to the day before severe weather to test it here, and now the day of severe weather. They started messing with it yesterday, but hey, they got it done quickly. Kind of a rudimentary look to what we've got going here, and might be able to move. I can move my face around. Look at that, Eric.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm gonna put my face up here.
Scary at the same time.
I know. I'm gonna put my face up there, in this corner. We haven't really set. Doesn't look the way I want it to look yet, so we haven't set up the whole look of it. I've got some things I'm gonna have to do, but at the very least, we are coming to you live on multiple platforms for the local 12 Weather Center this afternoon. It is, and I want to add a clock to this eventually, but right now around 3:27 in the afternoon. All right, I just want to give you a quick overview of what's happening right now and what we expect to happen later on today. So we, little did I know when we were starting this whole thing that it would go directly on multiple platforms right away. I thought maybe there would be another step. Are you sure you want to go live? There was none of that, Eric. So once you hit it, you're on. You're on with this thing.
You have to show me later.
Yeah, I'll try to remember what we're doing here. All right, let's get into it right now. I'm controlling our weather computer here, and I've got the radar up back around the St. Louis area right now. Let me see if I can add some more radars, and it might take a little while for all these to get in there. That's a little better. So multiple warnings going on back here now. Let's see if I can bring up the warnings that are occurring in Missouri. And there they are. Yeah, so they're warning severe thunderstorm warnings here for 60-mile-an-hour winds. The one south a little more considerable. 60-mile-an-hour winds. 2.5-inch hail on that guy. Holy moly. And that's just north of that's getting into the St. Louis metro area right now. So, I mean, that's some big hail. See if I can bring this up. 2.5-inch hail. Look at that, Eric. Tennis ball-sized hail.
I gotta get my measurements.
They're reporting on with that. I added that little shortcut there. Yeah, tennis ball sized hail with that thing. Let me see if I can bring that radar back up. Boom, there it is. All right, so that's near St. Louis, Missouri right now. Big storm there. I mean, thankfully here, not a ton of tornado warnings. There are a couple tornado warnings to the south. Doppler radar indicated. Back here, south of St. Louis right now. Wow, 3-inch hail on that one. Holy moly. Yeah, so those are big storms working through Missouri this afternoon and into Illinois. So this is what's coming our way tonight. This is the stuff we're going to see moving in our general direction. That's the activity. So, you know, we've got some rough weather that's going to come through. It looks like it's going to be pretty quick. I mean, this is going to come fast, and it's going to be out of here pretty quickly. But this is the activity in Missouri and Illinois that we are going to be looking for. We had some rain, some storms south of Cincinnati earlier. The box doesn't work there either. It's covering up our banner. There we go. We'll eventually figure this out and get everything to look the way we want it to. It's kind of crude right now because they just kind of rushed and put all this together. But we got the sun out there right now. What's the temperature right now over at CVG? 76 right now. So that's good. It's not terribly warm. And the dew points are lower, so maybe that'll help us a little bit. I hope so. But we got several hours here of heating. I mean, the rest of the day. So the temperatures are going to keep going up. The humidity, the moisture is going to probably return too. So we're going to see the models indicate that the moisture is going to come back. The temperatures are going to continue to increase. So what's going to happen is the atmosphere is going to become more and more unstable through the rest of the day. So there are the storms again. Back there near St. Louis right now, and you know this is the stuff that's going to be moving our way. So there's the tornado watch that is in yellow. You've got the severe thunderstorm warnings in orange, and again, the camera box is blocking it. Severe thunderstorm warnings in orange. The tornado warnings there that are in red. And so this is it. There's the risk area. So out ahead of this line, you know, where the line's forming right now is sort of on the edge of the risk area, and then it's going to work into a more favorable environment. Again, moving the camera box. It's going to work into a more favorable environment, it looks like. Let's see. Coming in a little tighter right now. There's the level 3 to 4 severe risk, enhanced for most of the area. It's a moderate from Cincinnati to points south and west. So that hasn't changed in the latest update that came through this afternoon. There really hasn't been much in the way of change. Let's show you the modeling here. Starting this afternoon, I'm going to slowly step through this. 5, 6 o'clock. Model shows really nothing happening. 7, 8. This is kind of slowed down from previous runs, Eric. So it's a lot slower than it has been. That's through 8. Again, my box. Whoops. My box is in the way here. This is the latest run of the HER. So that's a little later for the graph even. Yeah. So it's got it in our western counties, the HER, like 8, between 8 and 8:30 in our west. Now notice how the modeling here kind of bows this thing out. So we see the classic bow echo configuration here, which is a sign that there's some intense winds with this bowing segment that comes through. The way the model's shown it, that's around 8:30. That's around 9 on the west side of the 275 loop. 9:30. 10. And then it looks like by 11, it's moving out of Adams County, so the threat would kind of end. It looks like after 11, and then by midnight, everything's okay. So that is the HER. Let me see if I can pull up the graph model here. You said the graph is slightly different.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's starting to be a little bit more consistent now.
Yeah. So here's another model. That shows the threat still to the west at 7. So this is kind of slowed down too from what it showed before. There it is around 8. 9. There's similar timing now.
Yeah.
So they're kind of
Close to the
converging.
event.
Yeah. 10. So by 10 o'clock, it's out east. And then by 11, it's completely out. So that gives you an idea. That's another model. So between 7 and 8 west, 8, 9, Cincinnati, 9, 10 east, and then done. So really interesting. Then let me pull the last model up again, just to show you again. This is the older run, I think. Oh no, that's the floater, so that's right. So 8, yeah. So it's a similar type of look from all the models that we're seeing here today, as far as what we're going to see and the timing that we're going to see. Now, one thing we need to watch, and the modeling now is not showing this as prominent as it was earlier this morning, but earlier this morning the model was showing some discrete storms developing out ahead of the main line here. And that would be concerning, because if you get little storms developing ahead of the main line, they have a tendency to rotate. They have a tendency to produce tornadoes. And the modeling is not, at least the HER model, not showing. The graph model never showed that yesterday, Eric. It was just kind of a line of storms coming through. The HER started showing that early this morning. It's like, whoa, we don't want to see that. But now it's not showing that. So that's encouraging. I mean, that's one good piece of information. That the problem is that within this squall line that's coming through tonight, there's enough directional shear that we could get tornadoes that spin up along this line, and with all of the instability in the atmosphere that's building, and with the type of wind shear we have here, we could see some EF0s, EF1 tornadoes embedded within this line, but there's that chance there could be a stronger one. I hope not, but that's something we have to point out. So I do expect us to go into a tornado watch this evening. Needless to say, I believe a watch is going to be coming later this evening. Let me see if I can bring up, I think I've got the threat graphic here. And we're kind of just going on the fly here. The engineers put me on here before we were really ready to do this formally. But there are the risks that the Storm Prediction Center has indicated for the area. And you'll notice it's our southwestern areas that have the higher probability of a tornado. Places like Vevey, Owenton, Dry Ridge, Carrollton, Warsaw, down toward Crittenden, even down into southern Boone County, were shaded in that 15% or better tornado risk, which is pretty substantial. It's less than that north of there. The wind risk, they've got a 45% or greater risk of significant wind gusts within 25 miles of any point for about the southwest half of the area. So that's where the moderate risk of severe weather lies. And the hail threat there, again, it's the southwestern corner of the area that has the highest chance of seeing some of that 2-inch or better hail. 2-inch hail is the size of a hen egg. 2.5 inch, you get up to tennis ball sized. So you know, there's a potential for some large hails. You're seeing going on back around the St. Louis area right now. That potential is a little higher in the area that's shaded in the red color, a 30% or higher chance of seeing that within 25 miles of any point. So that kind of gives you the idea of how this is all laying out. Again, this afternoon, we haven't seen much in the way of change. Level 3 to level 4 risk, there it is once again. So that's what we're looking at right now. Let me see here if I can come back. Yep, to radar. Let's show you again those storms back around St. Louis. Let me get on my radars. Back on. Whew, man, that's a big storm moving. They've got a tornado warning up for it now on the north side of St. Louis. With this one. Yikes. Yeah, so that's into the St. Louis area right now. It's a Doppler radar indicated tornado warning for this right now. But yeah, that's a nasty looking storm. Two and a half inch sized hail. So again, we're up to tennis ball sized hail with that possible. I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, my hail detection may or may not work right now. Oh, there it is. Let's see what this says. At around St. Louis now. Yeah, it's showing over 2 inches. So they're saying up to 2.5 inches. So anywhere from hen egg to tennis ball sized hail. Right there. Yikes. It is some big hail. And again, that's coming in on the north side of St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, around Overland there. Don't know. Let me see if I can put up storm relative velocity for this one. Let's see if we can pull that out. Yeah, it's not. Oh, there it is. Oh, boy. Look at that. Some wind in there. Look at that, Eric. It's it's a loft. It's not the surface, but
Yeah.
it's a loft there. I don't think it's happening at the surface. But
Still gives you an idea.
gives you an idea. There's some winds upstairs clocking around that thing. That's probably why they issued the tornado warning. It's again Doppler radar indicated on that. Yeah. Wow. Again, that's around St. Louis. So this is the stuff that's going to be coming our way. That we're ultimately going to be dealing with later on tonight. So there it is. I want to show you guys the modeling again, in case you're just joining us here. Quiet early on here, but it looks like after 6 or 7, models are slowing it down a little. In my experience, the models are too slow, though, with these types of scenarios. So there it is, 7, 8. And by midnight, everything's gone. There's kind of a tail end of some rain and storms that brush our southeast counties after 11, but those probably won't be severe. It's just this main line that is going to be the issue on how this thing congeals. And, you know, within, you see that Boeing segment there that's in Indiana, you know, by 8 o'clock or so, you know, there could be some 70+ mile an hour winds along that line of storms there in Indiana during that time. And then again, those may reach the west side of the 275 loop between 8 and 9 o'clock tonight, if this model is right. Maybe a little slow. It might be a little before that. And then again, 9 and 10, southeast of Cincinnati. Maybe 10, 10:30 to the far southeast. By 11, it's pretty much gone. That's the one model. And I want to show you the other one. What I do with it. There it is. We'll load this one up. This is the first model was the HER model, the HRRR, as I like to call it, high resolution rapid refresh. This is the graph model. And it's similar. It's a little faster. This might be a little more realistic. Between 7 and 8, Indiana. 8 and 9, Cincinnati. 9 and 10, southeast. And then it's gone. So, you know, if you buy the modeling here, the time we really need to watch is going to be between 7 and 10. From west to east. And this has got kind of a similar look to it, kind of a Boeing line segment coming through there. Quasi-linear convective system that's going to push through. And embedded with that, you know, perhaps some embedded tornadoes. Definitely some high winds. So that gives you the general idea of what we're talking about. So this was our original timing. We kind of aired on the side of faster when we made this graphic last night. I don't think Tara's changed this at all from her shift this morning and from what we had yesterday. I think this is still fair. So 6 to 8 in the west, 7 to 9 in the central, 8 to 10 out east. With the whole window, the possibility being, you know, 5 to midnight. But I think we made a little bit of an adjustment there on the end of it. But I think this kind of sums up the time range. These are the times when you need to get where you're going to get and hunker down and wait for this line of storms to pass through the area tonight. They thankfully pushed the Reds game up this evening, which is good news. So that's been put up this evening. They're starting earlier tonight, which is definitely good news. So that's what we've got from the Weather Center this afternoon. Again, thanks for joining us on this test as we test out our new software to go live on multiple pages of multiple platforms at the same time, and we'll polish this. They gave me some fancy lights and a fancy background, all kinds of fancy stuff. But we'll polish this up and we'll get this, looking a little better. I kind of want to change kind of the look of it, and we'll get a chance to do that. But we wanted to get this up and going today, since we have this pretty substantial severe weather threat in the area this evening, just to give you guys an idea of what was going to happen and to reach as many platforms as possible. I would expect a tornado watch to come for the area. We're going on 4 o'clock, so probably within the next 3 hours, we're going to see a tornado watch hoisted for the area, I would imagine. Usually they'll give us a heads up, the Storm Prediction Center, by putting out a mesoscale discussion, a small scale discussion for a small part of the impacted area where they're going to put a watch. But a tornado watch is a slam dunk. with this line of storms coming in tonight. Even though the biggest threat by and large is going to be damaging straight line winds, it's just a lot of shear in the atmosphere here. So the one thing Eric and I are going to be watching is, with the sun out now, temperatures are heating up. The atmosphere is recovering, so to speak. It's bouncing back from the clouds and the showers and storms that moved across the southern part of the area earlier. So the modeling has been showing the atmosphere recovering quickly this afternoon and this evening. And that means temperatures warming quickly, the instability building rapidly. So we have to hope that the modeling maybe is overestimating how quickly that recovery is going to happen. I could say, for certain areas south and southwest of our area are going to face perhaps the bigger risk because they're going to see more instability. The atmosphere is going to recover quicker, it looks like, down there. But I think that's splitting hairs at this point because I think it's a slam dunk for severe weather this evening. You cleaning your IFB? Like, what are you doing back there, Eric?
Getting ready for the porch.
Getting ready, yeah. We're going to be
Antics.
we're going to be going on television here on Local 12 at 4 o'clock. I've got a lot of other homework to do here before I hit Local 12 at 5 o'clock. But Eric's going to be going on Local 12. We're streaming at local12.com. We'll be streaming too here at 4 o'clock on local12.com. But I want to come on the socials here, as many of them as we can with this new streaming tech, and give you guys kind of a heads up of what we expect into the evening here, because this severe weather threat is legit that we're seeing here. So I'm going to wrap this up. I got some work I need to get done here before we hit TV. Before I hit TV at 5 o'clock. Eric's been taking care of his stuff right now. But our plan tonight is, to come on television if we have a substantial threat, a substantial storm threat this evening. So we will keep you updated. And obviously, if we're on TV, usually we're going to be on the streaming platforms as well, out on the social media. So we will continue to keep you updated on what goes down here. But this is, again, one of these situations where there's a high probability of severe weather. I hope at the end of this, people are like, oh, yeah, it got windy at my house, and the trees blew sideways, and then everything was fine. It was over real quick, and it wasn't much of a big deal. And, you guys are making a big deal about nothing. I hope that's how it ends up. But this is a pretty substantial severe risk into the evening here with this Boeing line of storms possibly coming in this evening. So, again, that's your timing. When we expect the storm arrival, just be where you're going to be by those times and wait for those storms to pass your location. Because you want to be, somewhere in a substantial structure, substantial building to take shelter from these storms. Make sure you've got multiple ways to get alerts tonight. Very important. And I want to see if I can come back. Let me look for my other slide here. Oh, there it is. See if I can come back to this right now. Again, we're quiet right now. I just want to remind you, when we talk, tornado terminology or even thunderstorm terminology, a watch, it's what I expect to be issued the next few hours, means be prepared, means conditions are favorable for tornadoes to form. A warning means you need to take action. A tornado's either been spotted or indicated by radar. It could be a Doppler radar indicated tornado. And then a tornado emergency is a more rare type of thing. I'm hoping we don't see any of these tonight, but that indicates that a large tornado is confirmed to be on the ground. And that's a tornado emergency. So those are the three terms that you'll hear us talk about with tornadoes. I do expect that watch to be issued, though, later on this evening. And whether we see any tornado warnings remains to be seen. I'd be surprised if we don't. Even though wind is the main threat, we could get some tornadoes too. Remember, center your house, the safest place to go in the event of a tornado, the lowest floor. If you got a basement, obviously, that's the best place to go. You want to be away from windows, cover your head. Most injuries occur from debris hitting you on the head. So you want to make sure, you can cover your head with blankets or pillows, a bicycle helmet, motorcycle helmet, that sort of thing. Always good. And again, that would really apply when we get into the tornado emergency or if we get a confirmed tornado on the ground. And again, there's a look at the different hail sizes. So the Storm Prediction Center is talking, 2-inch or better hail. 2-inch would be about the size of a hen egg. And then you get up to the bigger hail, 2.5 inches tennis ball, 2 3/4 baseball, 4 inches softball. Hope we don't see anything like that. I doubt we will. That's really extreme. But some large hail is going to be possible too with these storms as they move through. So we're going to keep an eye on this for you tonight. We're going to head on over and start our broadcast day on Local 12 here in just a few minutes. Eric DeBroca is going to be starting here at 4. I'll be back at 5. Eric will return at 5:30, and I'll return at 6 o'clock over on Local 12. You can always watch that stream, too, if you're not in front of the TV on local12.com, and that stream will also pull up for you. We'll keep an eye on this, guys. Thanks for joining us for this test run of this new technology we have here today. Just doing a little test run on it to stream to these multiple platforms here on Local 12, on Facebook, on YouTube. Hopefully I'm on the Instagram too. And we'll keep an eye on everything, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. Stay safe tonight. Stay weather aware. Let's hope this comes through and again, we can avoid major damage with this line of storms, but the modeling is still pretty concerning, what we're seeing. So take the threat seriously this evening, and we'll